Welcome everybody to Rush with the 6th race of the season, where we are visiting Talledega, the biggest oval of the season, coming off of a strong week at Rockingham, where you saw the number 1 Zeld Centrifudge taking home second career win and first driver of the season to win 2 races. She's starting here in the back today. But finally, we have Nate back on the commentating team. Hello, Nate.
Hey, it's everyone. What's up, everyone? It's good to be back after a while. Love coming here. Love commentating on some races. These recent races have been crazy. Centrifuge going not back to back, excuse me, winning 2 wins on the season, dominating at Memphis. And I mean, last week at Rockingham was a crazy win. And talk about crazy results. Talk about Justin Rodriguez up on pole position today. First person to 200 points, of course, leading it because of that. Crazy momentum today. Can't wait to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, Rodriguez with 29 points over Jonas D. Fox, who is in second. And Fox is starting about, near the back here today in that number 81. Fox is going to be looking to move up the field here. And also, recently, back-to-back third-place finishes. Let's go and find him here. As Roxy Raz in the 35 finally gained some consistency in that car, but starting in the back here today. Is there anybody you have your eye on?
Anyone I have my eye on? Gonna have to go with Kyler Sustry after a really good showing at Canadian Tire. And coming off of a few really good results, once again, one of the few drivers in the field representing for Dodge, committed to the manufacturer, factory driver, and a couple motorsports series. And to be honest, him and Rodriguez are definitely the few I've been looking for. But back to what you were saying about Roxy Raz, it's been a tale of 4 different cars for Raz Racing. I mean, starting out the season, Roxy Raz had pretty poor results. Then at Memphis, having some really, really strong racing results there, but falling off to the end of it. And the past few races, back-to-back third-place finishes. Although not a good qualifying result today, we're hoping to see some good momentum from the Raz Racing cars, as each one has been a different story. It's almost like they're not teammates with the different results they're putting in.
57 laps here today. You'd have no idea what's going to happen. Pit stops are going to play a huge factor as well. Who will pit together? Who will be able to get in groups fast enough? That will all be deciding factors here today.
I mean, this place always produces incredible racing. Talledega, I mean, the fans in the stands are already cheering, and we haven't even rounded out of turn 4 yet. This is wild, the atmosphere today. Super speedway racing at its finest, and we're probably going to see a wild card winner today. I would be not surprised if we saw someone flip, someone blow over, a huge wreck like we saw at Daytona.
The stages today will be, first stage ends on lap 16, the second stage ends on lap 28, and the third stage obviously goes to the end of the race. As they are going to come through the tri-oval, the finish line isn't in the really normal place as most speedways. It is coming out of the tri-oval as the cars are actually approaching the restart zone. Justin Rodriguez and Carter Penning side by side on the start. Cars already trying to go multiple lanes wide. Already 4 wide back here with the 20 of Jonah Burridge, your Season 2 VOS champion. Getting shuffled back with Justin Rodriguez and Carter Penning side by side for the lead. See cars shuffling around back there in the pack, trying to find a good lane. Entering side by side into turns 3 and 4. Rodriguez is going to have the momentum on the inside lane. Bat B right behind the 53, going to dive hard to the inside. With the 2 car, the 19 trying to sneak its nose inside of the 2 car.
Coming through the tri-oval for the first time. First lap completed, cars fanning out. We already have 3 lanes starting to form. The 17 trying to block it. It's 2 cars out front, and it's 3 wide behind them, forming lane, lane, and lane, covering the entire track. This is not like Daytona. Daytona is narrow. If you try to go 3 wide, you'll get as close to the wall as you possibly can before hitting it. And at Talledega, it's very, very different. This track is wider than the viewer's mom. I mean, this place is incredibly huge as we already see cars fanning out 3 wide all the way back as the 17 of Bat looks to lead as there's another 4 to the inside. Almost 4 wide for the lead coming out of the tri-oval on lap 2.
They will be trying to go 4 wide here.
The 40 with no help on the second lane as we see the 70 come out to the lead. Right behind him, the 43 of Fried and Kyler Sustry, who we said we're going to watch for momentum. They already fanned right back out. The 70 up to the high lane, blocking, getting as much speed as possible, trying to hold that lead, shooting out of nowhere from all the way in the back of the pack as a look at the top of the league, or the 17 bailing out or just losing. No help on that high lane.
Oh, the 17 into the wall back there.
The 11 to the inside, 43 will block on the bottom lane. In the middle, 3 by 3 by 3 all the way around. Here comes Kyler Sustry to the inside of Fried.
Fried and White will go down there and block the 11 of Sustry. The 81 of Jonas D. Fox, we were talking about him before the race starts. He's now up here in the 4th position.
What has happened to Bat, dropping all the way down to last as the 43 looks to try to make a move on the 70. He's got help from the 11 car. That puts the 70 out to dry.
Saw the 11 trying to look to the inside as well.
Ooh! Crazy racing on lap 4. The 43 by himself out in the field. The other 4s don't go to help him, but he moves up in front of the 70. Here comes the 81.
The 31 looking to the inside of Jonas D. Fox. Now, Rose was in a lot of controversy last week at Rockingham, causing multiple cautions, was what eliminated Rodriguez from having a chance to win the race last week after dominating. So Rose really needs to be careful here, have a consistent day up front, and hope to not get in even more trouble.
Like to note that Wyatt Will, the 70 car, his teammate is Justin Rodriguez, the points leader. This team is looking to get as much momentum as they possibly can to keep the season rolling as we see Kyler Sustry to the lead, but now already making 10 it again. Here comes one of the Toyotas, I believe that's the number 18 to the bottom of the 11 with Daniel Lumet right behind.
Gotcha for Raz Racing going to the lead. Gotcha has been the most strong driver of Raz Racing so far in the season, as you see Bat back there starting to fall off. So they're going to be 3 wide for the lead.
Bat falling way behind as we have even more action out front. Here comes the number 13 Ford up into the lead already. It's been a tale of Ford versus Toyota in the first 6 laps of this race, but here comes another Dodge. That number 20 Carvana Dodge as they go 3 wide, super tight to the front straightaway. Who leads it? The 13 by 3,000ths of a second as we're almost 4 wide.
Mr. Bad Guy in that number 32, now right behind Kyle Swift, your Canadian Tire winner.
Kyle Swift looking to defend his victory, and I believe become the first person to go back-to-back in Rush All-Star Series history. Am I correct?
No, he won 2 weeks ago, not a week ago.
Oh, my apologies. Sorry. Well, moving back on, we've got 2 by 2, and then 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 all the way to the back. New cars already starting to come up. Here's another 3rd lane. Shooting. There's the number 1 car right there. The only 2-time winner this season. Trying to make it 3 all the way up to lap 8. Here we go.
Zeld Centrifudge in that Cessna McDonald's combination shades of Jamie McMurray going to the inside of Mr. Bad Guy now to try to take over the lead. But here's Tegan Fox right behind. 2 girls, 1 and 2. Oh, Roxy Raz looking to the inside of Tegan Fox now as they're 2 by 2 up front.
Still 2 by 2 up front, 3 wide behind him. I mean, no 4 wides right behind in the back, but that number 1 of Centrifuge is going to jump to the lead. Ooh! Almost a wreck right there. A bit of contact on the nose of that Raz Racing car. It's now going to be turning into 2 lanes with that middle lane struggling to keep up. Multiple drivers who led laps earlier have fallen behind, not to mention Bat, who started super well, probably his best start of the season, falling all the way to the back, way behind, losing the draft. How did that happen?
Probably from when he got into the wall, he probably just had a little bit of aero damage, not letting him stay with the draft and being able to stay up with the pack. Well, Roxy Raz leading this race in front of your first ever Daytona 500 winner, JD Fatal, now looking to the inside.
JD Fatal, historically one of the best super speedway racers, winning the TSW Daytona 500 last season, and this one this season as well.
Not this season.
Oh, we didn't win the season?
It was
Wait a minute.
Brandon Socha
Who
that
did?
won the 500. The 39.
Oh, my apologies. Man, I'm stuck in the past. Excuse me, everyone watching. But this guy is incredibly fast on super speedways. JD Fatal. He's someone to watch out for if you're trying to win it big on the big banks.
Meanwhile, Hugh Kauser, he was in play last week contending with Peanut and Justin Rodriguez for the win, but did the same exact strategy that Centrifuge did, pitting late, getting those fresh tires, ended up finishing second right behind Centrifuge and didn't have enough speed to get that win.
82 transitioning from the middle to the bottom. The middle lane beginning to lose some momentum. The 48 to 3 trying to link up to tandem, but they might not be able to do it. That middle lane is starting to fall apart as we see the two cars first and second move up to the middle, up to the high side, blocking 2 lanes as the inside lane looks to jump right back to the front.
TCT trying to block the 98. He will.
Toyota teammates, Raz Racing and Lumit Motorsports up front, the 2 Toyota powerhouses, and it's Lumit Motorsports, Raz Racing, Lumit Motorsports as that 81 car behind that Valvoline schemed 81 Toyota goes
98.
out to third place. It's
98.
Oh, I can't see them numbers, man. That 98 Lumit Motorsports Toyota leaping into third place. These guys already pulling apart by a little bit. When a little bit at Talledega is about 1,000th of a second.
Penning looking to the inside now with Roxanne G to the inside trying to make it 3 wide for second place.
Like I said before, being shuffled all the way around the field, so many different drivers as we have less than 5 to go in the stage, coming to 4 to go. No, wait. Yes, 4 to go.
Stage ends at lap 16 on lap 16.
So 4 to go in stage 1. Points could be scored here. I mean, if you are one of the drivers that's low on points, this race is really good for you. However, one threat to look for, the 53 of Justin Rodriguez is coming and climbing back into the top 10, making it up to 10th place at the end of that lap, trying to get as much points as possible to keep pulling away.
Roxanne G blocked the 40 there from getting to her inside, and Roxanne G, that block will pay off as she will go to the lead. Hugh Kauser leading for a lap or 2 there. You don't see that much with this super speedway racing.
It's been a tale of Ford versus Toyota, Dodge in the thick of it a little bit, but where has Chevrolet been today?
As you speak of the devil, right there's the number 2 of, I'm pretty sure that's Varga. Yeah, Braden Varga in the number 2 car.
But look out right behind, it's another Ford, that 53 of Justin Rodriguez. Man, that guy's been fast all year and is looking to win at another track.
Yeah, the 40 trying to keep ahead of your Daytona 500 winner, the 39 of Brandon Socher. And while Varga dives to the inside of Socher now, Rodriguez will try to follow him to go to third as well.
That shuffles the 39 to the outside as Rodriguez to the inside of the 2, trying to make something work, trying to get to the lead with 2 to go in the stage. All the fans on their feet watching this move as that Husky Chocolate 53 leaps up to the front. Kyler Sustry making a comeback as well. Look at this racing here for just mere points. Brandon, this stage, this could be crucial to results as we come to the stage white flag.
They will be coming out of turn 4 to go through the tri-oval for the come to the white flag with Kyler Sustry right behind the 53. You saw Vuko right there almost get to the inside of the 11, but Vuko has to put on the brakes from Sustry blocking.
White flag, 1 to go on the stage. We're on lap 16. It's all or nothing now for stage points. As we see the 43 make a return to the top 10, the 2 beginning to fall back a bit. I mean, if you are low in points, this is where you need to score big. Sustry to the inside, trying to make something work. Does he have the momentum coming into turn 3?
He might. He's going to have that help from the 18.
Going to be side by side on turn 4. Remember, folks, the start-finish line is past the tri-oval. We're going to see a big fight here for the stage victory as they come through the tri-oval to the line. The 53 just edging out the 11 at the line. Barely.
The 53 of Justin Rodriguez taking home the first stage win.
Man, the 53 in the span of about 3 laps went from near the back of the pack to the lead to claim the stage win. Shades of Dale Earnhardt.
Now they're going to race to lap 28 for the second stage, but when will they pit? That'll be the biggest question here on the bingo card.
As the 53, after getting his points, falls back to the middle lane. The 91 of Daniel Lumet. Lumet Motorsports having a very strong day today. It's Toyota versus Ford versus Dodge as Daniel Lumet, with help from a Chevrolet on the bottom, that number 4, trying to pull up to the lead. Kyler Sustry leads the middle lane, and Fry leads the outside lane.
Lumet's going to go to the inside of the 13 with DK Curtis, I believe, right behind, and Clark Mir in that third row. Oh, they go 3 wide behind. Like JD Fatal almost 4 wide now.
No.
Oh, they're coming to the pit.
Oh, they're coming down the pit road. Here comes Kyler Sustry and the 4 car and everyone else coming down. Strategy calls already being made. There's that 70 in Centrifudge that led a few laps earlier. A bunch of Toyotas coming down the pit road, notably the Lumet Motorsports 82 as well. As they keep racing for the lead, I'm guessing the next cars will come down the pit road as well. Notable drivers who stayed out. We've got Daniel Lumet, JD Fatal, Fatal all by himself on the bottom. Also, Rodriguez is staying out for a couple forwards. So number 53, Rodriguez has stated before. The 13 and the 43 have stayed out, and I'm guessing they're all coming down the pit road.
Oh, Lumet's going to be out there with no help and so many cars. Oh, the 39.
The 39, your Daytona 500 winner, wrecks into the back and the front of another Dodge. What happened?
There's going to be no caution, but
we need to watch that replay. What happened there?
I can find the 39.
There we go. We rewind just a bit. Out there coming down the pit road.
The 20 just coming in way too hard.
Oh, wow. 20 way too hard into the back of the number 14. That's all on the 20. That might be a penalty or definitely going to be some damage on that 20. Not a good way to start your day. They're all coming down the pit road now. We're going to see some cycling in a different pack forming soon if they can all get back together. I think the best call was to stop before everybody else. I think that first group came in that were smarter because now everyone else is going to be passed for position coming out of pit road.
We got to figure out who the leaders will even be. It's a little bit hard to tell.
You got to give it a lap or two. Oh, some cars still on pit road after pitting a bit late. Kyler Sustry comes around. I believe he's in first after pitting in first and having the first pit stall, or one of the first pit stalls. They all come out of pit road on the accelerator. Who's it going to be?
It's hard to tell.
Here comes Sustry coming up to Daniel Lumet. Lumet not merging yet. He's going to pass him.
Yeah, Lumet is the current leader, but the 11 Sustry will take the lead.
Now here's the thing. You give it about 5 laps and they will all be bunched up again. I already see a pack forming right behind. All those cars are either going to have to slip in or they're going to have to find some help as we see the group that pitted later behind everybody. I guess the right call was to pit earlier, or just, yeah, pit earlier was the right call there. But they'll have about an extra lap of fuel, and that could make all the difference.
Only a matter of time before they get bunched back up again. Especially with the packs going to be growing bigger and bigger.
Remember, stage ends lap 28. So what's going to happen? The 91, almost 2.5 seconds behind, and has a bit of a draft now. Here they come. The pack's forming behind them. They have to link up sooner. They won't be getting any stage points.
Right now, the 70 is on the cutoff for the stage, which is getting passed by his teammate in the 13. Now, I think these cars back here might be left out to dry, especially these guys.
That 39 car as well is all by himself after getting that damage to the rear end. And all that air is going to be going straight over, and it's not going to be affecting the car super well. The aerodynamics make a huge role, especially at tracks like these, as we know about drafting. But a small pack is being deformed. Kyler Sustry, in about a lap, might lose that lead if he doesn't link up to everybody else that's behind.
Oh, here comes
to the inside. Sustry going the block. He has the momentum. The 4 slows down. The 91 looking for the open door. Sustry closes it.
Sustry with a huge block that worked on Lumet.
A small pack forms about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 10 cars in this pack. These could be your final. This could be your final stage pack, but I don't think so. It's the 11. Hold strong, but the door might open a bit for Lumet. Sliding up the track goes the 11. Lumet might have a run coming down the straightaway. He's around the bumper. There he goes.
Believe those cars back there, right behind this small pack, should be able to catch up and contend.
The one of Centrifuge has caught up. More will catch up in a second. The 91 edges out the 11 for the front row and the lead of this race as they get double file. Oh, Centrifuge to the high side. Back there, who's going to lead this lap? Obviously, Daniel Lumet, but Sustry has a run go to the outside.
I feel bad for Rodriguez after starting on the pole and winning stage 1. He's now relegated back here with this pack, well, these packs. It's going to take a lot for them to catch up. They might have to just pit a little bit earlier on the next pit cycle. The 91 and 11 side by side for the lead. The 40 of Roberto Crown Jr. finally being consistent, being up here. And the 0 of Clark Meir once again in that third row on the inside. Another dodge here today as Clark Meir looks to the inside of the 40 car. I think Nate has died.
No, I'm still here. Sorry. My apologies. Had to do something real quick. But we're back here with almost 2 laps to go on the stage. A whole pack has reformed. Some cars looking to get right back up to where they ended the first stage. Especially those Toyotas. 13 to the bottom, probably going to be shuffled out without any help. Nope, they're fanning out, coming through the tri-oval as we come to 2 to go at stage 2.
It's going to be this pack versus this pack of... Really, they can even get linked up together.
I don't think they have enough time.
Also, the 20 car has retired after ramming into the back of the 39.
Probably due to engine damage. A bit of smoke was coming out, but look at this. 13 to the bottom. He's got help from the 81. 4 wide at the back. Oh, car on the wall. The 2 into the wall.
That's Varga in the wall.
What happened there? I guess some arrow, some wind might have pushed him in. Not sure, but here comes the 13 to swoop into the lead with 1 to go on the stage. He's got help from Daniel Lumet's teammate, the 81 CarQuest Toyota. It's Ford, Toyota, and Dodge. All the way, 1, 2, 3 in each lane as the 11 falls back. The 13 takes the lead up into the middle to block the 91, but the 81 might have a run coming into turn 3.
Yeah, here comes the 81 of Fox looking to win the stage. The 13 trying to block, but the 81's on that inside just a tiny bit.
Fans on their feet. Here we come to the tri-oval. Will we see a wreck? No, but a late block to the 98. And it's going to be, it looks like, the 13's going to take it by about a little bit over a car length.
Stage points mattering so much in this case, especially at a track like Talledega.
Remember, this is one of the primary days for you to catch up on points if you're lower in the standings.
The 13, now the 98, you got 3 Lumen Motorsports cars right here in the top 5 now. All of Lumen Motorsports is actually top 10.
Wow, a great day for Toyota and Lumen Motorsports, as some also lower points teams have started to make their way up into the top 15, top 20. The 70 has returned after falling behind in stage 1 after leading a few laps in the beginning of this race. Remember that when that 70 and 43 linked up, they held together for a few laps, so looking to do the same again. Some more Dodges have entered the field. At the back of this pack, we've got the numbers, I believe, 71. It's hard to see from here, but the 11 of Sustry holding up the back of this pack.
The 13, the 40, and 70 are all teammates as well. It's our Rebellion Motorsports against Lumen Motorsports right now. Lumen Motorsports with the 1 car advantage. Justin Rodriguez would have been up here to help his team, but he's got shuffled back.
The 13 of Carpo, the 40 of Roberto Crown Jr., and the 70 of Wyatt Wild, all in this pack. Rodriguez having a bad pit cycle, or your stage 1 winner as well, will not be up in this pack to fight. But here comes the 1 of Centrifudge to try to take the lead away with a monster run on that bottom lane.
Centrifudge in that single car operation and showing the most power at almost all the tracks now. Centrifudge has a huge advantage being in that Toyota as well, seeing how well the Toyotas are doing today.
Not much help in the middle lane, although the 43 in that entire top lane moved down to help the 43, the 91, and the 70. A Chevy leads, I think, the race for the second time only today. And I don't think that's a good thing if you're a Chevy team owner or if you're one of the manufacturer executives. But here comes a Dodge, the 0, trying to take away the lead. That Raising Cane's Dodge Charger. Man, I love myself some fried chicken. Oh, look at this right behind. JD Fatal to the bottom with Kyler Sustry trying to help.
JD Fatal to the inside of Sustry and Gotcha back in that 4th row. Looking to the inside of Sustry now.
Bit of a block there from the 2 cars out front. They maintained a short lead, but it won't last that long.
They're going to be coming upon the 39 here after getting rammed into the back by the 20.
If they keep this up, if they keep fanning around like this, there might be a wreck because of that lap car if they cannot get their act together. Already forming up into 2 lanes, though, so maybe this might just work.
Tegan Fox, we haven't talked about her too much, really at all, no matter the race. She's up here in the 3rd spot.
That beautiful bright blue and yellow. As the 39 drops to the bottom. Try not to go a lap down. The back of this car has been shredded to pieces, and I think that might have some effects on the speed as the 4 car just goes to the inside and not easily passing the 39, but is still doing so. Now, will that make the bumper of the 39 easier to push because it's flatter?
You never know. Could see an Eric Jones moment here, like when he won the Clash.
I don't think so. That 39 is dropping like insanely fast on that top lane. No one is trying to help.
Well, if he was able to keep up, then it would be a different story.
Late blocking JD Fatal there as we have a bottom lane forming by itself. No one jumping out as we go single file for the first time today, which is something you never say at super speedways. Never mind. Never mind. We had a sore moment there, and we have the 82 to the bottom, followed by the 92 and his teammate.
All of Lumen Motorsports going to the inside all at the same time.
All of Lumen Motorsports to the bottom lane. This is insane racing from these Toyotas there. Only thing we're missing is just the 98 of Carter Penning.
Yeah, Carter needs to get up there.
I'm saying, man, for a 1-car operation, I'm not doing too bad today. Well, you're 4 cars and kind of rounding out the entire top 5, but you know what? It's all right. As we see, once again, that 91 look to take the lead. Bad fast car today as the 11 drops out of line. Oh, here we go again. The 70 of Wyatt Wild trying to link up with the 11 to form a 3rd lane, but they all just swoop to the bottom.
So it's actually Wyatt Wild, not Wyatt Wild.
Oh, my apologies, guys. Sorry, Wyatt. Mr. Wild. Oh, they're fanning out again. 3 wide, almost 4 wide there in the 3rd lane. As they no limit, has to pick which teammate to go behind or to go in front of. As Lumen Motorsports links up in the middle lane with another Toyota right behind them. The 91 is pretty keen to keep that lead.
A lot of Toyotas up here right now, trying to fend everybody off with few Fords, few Dodges, and few Chevys. Here comes Kyler Sustry 3 wide for the lead to the inside of Fox of Lumen.
Kyler Sustry, a really, really fast car today, and clears.
Pits.
Well, all pit stops are taking effect now. Most people staying out. Here come a few cars speeding up pit road. That was a crazy fast entrance they pulled out of nowhere. If I'm Rodriguez, what do? Do I stay out or do I pit?
If I was Rodriguez, I'd pit as soon as possible.
Well, Rodriguez elected to not pit.
After seeing those cars pit out, say pit as soon as you can.
The 91 still contesting for the lead after staying out. This strategy has worked well for Daniel Lumet, although he has had to catch up and regain the lead. I bet everyone here is going to come down to pit road. I'd be surprised if they weren't. They're already starting to slow down a little bit, coming out of turn 4 to the bottom lane. Lumet stays out.
A lot of cars coming to pit road.
And a lot of cars not coming to pit road. A lot of Dodges and a lot of Chevys coming down to pit road as well. There's the 53 of Rodriguez gaining a ton of time. Oh my goodness.
There's no speeding penalty for that.
0 penalties given out today with cars flying onto pit road. Man, these brakes have been new brake pads, I'm guessing, for the Rush All-Star Series.
Never know. But I think that'll help Rodriguez catch up a bit.
If Rodriguez can get out of pit road fast enough, he just enters his pit box, the first pit stall, in front of another Ford teammate, that 43. Both red and white cars up in front as we see several cars leading pit road. A 4-tire and fuel stop for the 53, waiting on fuel now to go. Uh-oh. Losing a ton of positions. We can hear the faster cars flying by. What happened to the 53?
Probably just getting some fuel.
Strategy call maybe, as we see the 11 Kyler Sustry, who pitted first, starting to pass everybody. We're going to have to see some cars link up as we're under 20 to go at Talledega.
No, I think this actually might work out for everybody.
A Ford, a Chevy, a Dodge linking up right there. People already starting to get back together. Oh, car coming down pit road a bit late. Not a good call.
With how few cars are up here, I wouldn't be surprised if almost everybody can get grouped back up together.
Around 5-6 laps, I bet they'll all be back together. It's the number 91 of Daniel Lumet has a sizable gap to the 11. But it might not be enough. If these two leaders link up, it could spell trouble for the whole field.
Meanwhile, everybody back here is starting to link up.
Already got a couple packs forming. Ton of Chevys and Dodges back here.
Oh,
There's Rodriguez all the way at the back. Uh-oh. And TCT falls behind. Bad calls for that 53. We're coming close to 10 to go after a few laps here. By when we reach 10 to go, we'll all be formed right back up. Is this the final stint of the race?
I would say it will be. But with only 3 cars out front, I believe this pack right here, and just maybe these guys right here, can still catch back up.
Remarkably, today's race has been completely green without any cautions at all. We have seen a wreck and a car go into the wall, but we haven't seen a yellow. Nobody's crashed and nobody has flipped. These drivers are incredibly locked in today.
Yeah, the complete opposite of last week when everybody was flipping and wrecking.
I guess they learned their lesson for last week. I mean, this equipment's expensive. No one wants to tear it up. But maybe on the line they'll tear it up right there. Kyler Sustry leads the 3-car lead pack, and they're still battling like it's the last lap.
You never know. There's always the chance that someone can get out to the lead and hold it for the rest of the race. It's unlikely, but there's still that chance that it could happen.
We've seen it before in older NASCAR Cup Series races as several packs begin to form right there, and everyone trying to catch up to each other. It's been 2 laps, give it another 3, and they'll all be there. As unfortunately, after a stage win, a bad day for that 53 car, Justin Rodriguez all the way by himself at the back of this pack, back of the whole field. If I'm Rodriguez, I'm thinking, what the hell happened?
Hey, Rodriguez is still going to get at least 15 points and a rush point for this, so he's not going to be completely lost.
The 11 still up front. A 4-car pack trying to chase him down, and a huge gap to the pack behind them.
If these 2 packs get together and start catching, I think it's going to be over for these front 2 smaller packs.
I said give it 5 laps. We're on lap 3. I'm seeing what's going to happen as that 91, the 78, and the 11 fall in line. 3 different manufacturers, 3 out of the 4 manufacturers in this racing league. And they're just single file. No one's passing each other. No one's going for moves. But that pack behind them draws ever closer, and that could spell some doom. They're trying to keep it that lead, these 3 cars, in front of each other as much as possible, as Tegan Fox slots in the second, coming at last stint and maintaining position up through it.
It's too risky to do much right now trying to get trying to do a lot of passing.
Tell that to Rodriguez, who was throwing incredible blocks just a minute ago.
Hey, with Rodriguez being first in points, every point is going to matter now. If they're able to catch up, I'm gonna throw my hat into the ring. Do you think the one car could go back to back?
Did the one car win 2 weeks ago?
They won last week.
Oh, I thought you said that. I'm thinking of a different person, whatever.
Kyle Swift won 2 weeks ago.
Okay. The one car, maybe. I'm not throwing my hat in the ring just yet. I don't believe the one car. I think the one car has good speed, but not winning speed. Top 5, maybe, but you just never know. We might see a crazy wreck on the last lap, a crazy fight. Like I said, I predicted a wild card winner. I'm not surprised that happens. I mean, the 3 cars up front haven't exactly been wild cards, but these 3 did not have great starts to their season. But as they picked up around race 4, 3, 4, they started to show some pace, especially the 11 Kyler Sustry at Canadian Tire as well, with an incredible race that he ran, just missing out on the last 5 laps. We know Sustry's an incredible road racer, but can he get it done on the big tracks as well? Lumet, after having an okay start to the season, picks it up today, and some momentum is being carried over for a lot of these drivers, and Tegan Fox has kind of been there. But
well, that second pack has finally really caught up.
It's going to be close. Around the next lap, I said 5, and that didn't really count. It was more than 5, but
this pack right here cut off a ton of time of their competitors in front of them.
Speaking of cutting time off, about 3 car lengths separate these 2 packs, with that 39 lap car up ahead might play a factor in it, as well as that 14 who has just had a bad day in general. Here they come, about double file. We're back to racing as usual.
Oh, the 39. This might have been a good move by the 91.
Oh! To the outside, a risky move from Lumet. Pulls away a bit. Everyone else had to slow down, but it won't last that long as he pulls in front of Kyler Sustry for the second time this race. That's the second time that lap 39 is pulled in front of Kyler Sustry, which is, I mean, kind of interesting that's happened twice, but it is what it is. That's we're 3 wide once again behind them. A small pack has formed, and everyone else behind trying to catch up. About 3/10 separates.
Kyler Sustry shuffled all the way to the back of this pack now because of that 39.
Trying to get around him. I suggest dropping to the bottom if I'm Kyler Sustry, not maintaining pace with this 39. Just gonna slow him down as the 18 right back up. New leader, it's Tegan Fox jumping out to the front of this racetrack in front of all these other cars. It's Toyota, Ford. If that's not crazy to you, I don't know what it is. As we're also under 10 laps to go, things might get squirrely. Now's the time to catch up as we're 3 wide.
3 wide for the lead. The cars are separating. Once again, if these packs get together.
If around lap 55 they get together, we're going to see a full field battle for the win here. As it's mainly just Toyotas in this pack, with Kyler Sustry being pretty much in the 70 and the 78 being the main dividers. I mean, how many Toyotas? It's like it's a game of counting. How many Toyotas can you count this pack? It's like counting sheep. As that Ford there looked a bit like working with the 11, slots right back in line. Island hopping a bit.
Almost
as the
4
70
wide.
drops behind. Almost 4 wide. There's still 3 wide out front. The 82 is going to lose all of his positions there. As the 11 slots behind the 81 with the 70 trying to help. As the 3 manufacturers that are Toyotas move down to the bottom lane. Look at this battle right here.
I'm surprised. They must be really confident that the other drivers cannot catch up to them.
If I am a Lumet Motorsports driver, I'm thinking, three-fourths of my teammates are in this pack, or 2 out of my 3 other teammates are in this pack with me. So what am I gonna do? Am I gonna stay out front, try to get them out front, or am I gonna get out front? Because it's all Toyotas except for 3 cars. And speaking of 3 cars, lap cars came up and might be blocking Kyler Sustry, who moves to the bottom with that Tegan Fox Chevrolet. But if I'm a Toyota, What am I going to do? Because realistically, if this persists, I mean, we're coming up to 5 laps to go in this race. We're 6 right now. And at 5 to go, I mean, this is where you need to start having crunch time. It's crunch time for all these drivers, especially them in this pack 5 seconds behind. There is no way they catch up without a caution. And I don't think we're going to see one for the rest of this race. As the leaders get right back to what they were doing with that lap car still trying to not go a lap down, although it's kind of a bit too late.
Though, with the 2 lap cars, though, it's made the pack separate. This pack right here separate a bit.
Kyler Sustry and Tegan Fox to the bottom. 2 out of the 3 cars that aren't Toyotas are leading this field. The 81 edges out by... It's tied, man. They tied for second place as that 81 is by himself, as well as that 70. It's single file apart from these 2 cars in the outside lane with 5 to go. You can feel the emotions. This is tense racing right now, as it's a battle for the manufacturers, a battle for the team. Lumen Motorsports has not had an opportunity like this, and neither has Tegan Fox, and she looks to make a move to the inside.
Sustry, they're dominating Canadian Tire, but then having it taken away from him in the final stages of the race after Kyle Swift pulled the cat out of the bag with some amazing strategy to get in front of the 11. Kyler Sustry looking to get some redemption here today. By
far, or arguably, the best driver for Dodge in terms of this season and last season. Stuck with Dodge even when there were only 2 cars last season, and the field has only grown for this manufacturer. But now it's a contest of driver versus driver. Here comes Tegan Fox to the bottom, trying to make a move.
Fox to the inside, but he got Gotcha right behind, and Kohlberg as well. Not much has been heard from Kohlberg this season. He's been littered in the back most of the time, but now he's finally up here with a super speedway.
3 to go. As I said, we might see a wild card winner. This 86 being pushed by the Toyota teammate, the 81 car. We could see an upset winner today. Coming down the trot, coming through the back straightaway. This other pack is not going to catch up. They've entered sight, but they've ran out of time. It's this fight right here. It's these cars up here that are the ones that are going to be able to fight for this victory, and now is the time to go as we come now to turn 4. 2 to go at the stripe after this trioval, as we see the Tegan Fox defending every lane that she can. The 11 drops to the back of this pack. It's time to go. If you're a driver for Lumen Motorsports, Raz Racing, RL, whatever, if you're driving for anybody, man, now they're all double file and synced up, even with that lap car in the mix.
If you're on the outside right now, I don't think you're going to have a chance to win this, but here comes Jonas D. Fox to the inside of Tegan Fox. Both same last names, but not related.
The 81 to the bottom. The 78's got to slide down. Daniel Lumen, a very strong day, trying to capitalize. Remember, folks, white flag will be out this time. The next flag will end the race, as Tegan Fox is blocking both lanes. Here comes the 70 trying to go through the middle, but it might not be enough. Kyler Sustry trying to return right back there, 3 wide for 3rd place at the white flag.
You saw Gotcha go really high back there. Tegan Fox in the lead. Can Jonas D. Fox get to the inside of Tegan Fox in time to take over the lead?
The 91 loses ground. The 11 trying to gain some. The 78 still out front. The 82 to the bottom of the 11. 3 wide for 3rd place. The 81 tries to pass. 78 throws a block out of turn 4. Last time around, it's a battle between the 81 and the 78. Who's going to get there? It's Tegan Fox. It's the 81, the 78 coming out of the trioval. Tegan Fox will triumph at Talledega in a very tense last lap battle.
Tegan Fox being able to hold off the rest of the drivers with a great win for her. Her first win of really the league's life, and finally coming out on top of Jonas D. Fox, finishing second again. He finished second back at Auto Club, losing to Justin Rodriguez that time.
An incredible battle that day. Toyota might have been the dominant force, but Chevrolet capitalized. As I said, we would see an upset coming out of nowhere in Stage 2 and retaining position all the way through Stage 3. An incredible display of defensive driving. Tegan Fox will be your winner at Talledega today. And wow, what a release of tense emotions today. Thank you all for tuning in to the Rush All-Star Series. Lumen, you want to send us off today?
a great super speedway race here today. Can't wait to get to next week for sure. Next week is gonna be at
Bristol.
Homestead.
Homestead?
Okay, well it was
Bristol.
it was supposed to be Homestead this weekend, but I switched it around. So Homestead will be next week. Talledega will be race 6.
Well, thank you all for tuning in to the Rush All-Star Series. This has been Fried with Daniel Lumet, the league owner, and we will say goodbye until next week.